Good morning everybody, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me again. It's been such a while since I last filmed, but I do have a really good excuse and a huge life update. In short, I got engaged and I really have just been trying to live in the moment over the last 2 weeks, take it all in. It's such a special time. I'm so happy. We are both so happy, I should probably say. Yeah, honestly, I've just been in my little bubble. I'm home now. The entire engagement happened in Portugal. So I've traveled home now. I've spent some time at home. I'm back to work now as well. So super busy. But yeah, it's just such a special time. I'm so happy. I never have really been happier in my life. So, yeah, I really have just been on cloud nine, to be honest. Of course, you guys may have seen my engagement shopping video. So that was posted in May. So I did kind of know it was happening sooner or later. I did kind of know it was on the cards. And of course, I'm sure, you know, if you guys are thinking ahead with your partner, you probably know, I may be hoping to one day get married or have a family or whatever. So for us, that was definitely something that we wanted to do. So I always knew the proposal was going to come. We've been together for 4 years and it's really quite interesting actually because our anniversary, 4th anniversary, was on the Sunday and then we got engaged on the Friday. So 5 days after. But again, it's super special. I think in this video, I can maybe just tell you a little bit more about the engagements, maybe how we met as well. And then hopefully in the near future, I can actually introduce you to my fiance because he's still not featured on the channel. I don't know if he wants to be on the channel, but seeing as he's soon going to be married to me, and of course this is a part of my life as well, I'd like you guys to get to know him as well. So I think I'll probably just start with the questions. I'm going to keep it fairly simple, I think. Obviously the major news is that I got engaged, but I will tell you just a little bit more about the day, maybe just a little bit of background to how it happened, our plans at the moment with the wedding. Yeah, I think that could be a really lovely introduction to this new chapter in my life. And then of course in the next video, I'll just be back to my regular uploads, beauty, fashion, lifestyle type of content. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump straight into the questions. So I've got my questions here. So if I look down, that's why. But the very first question here is, how did you guys meet? So we met 4 years ago, precisely, 2020, July 2020. And probably not the most common, or actually nowadays it's probably quite common. We met in a bar, but prior to that we actually met or matched on Hinge, which is a dating app. So that's what happened, and it was really interesting because 2020, in the January of 2020, I just got back from 3 months in Southeast Asia. I've been traveling. And of course then COVID hit, so with the lockdowns and everything else, you couldn't really date, or you couldn't really do anything, whether that's work or, you know, anything. You were just stuck at home. But I have heard so many good things about Hinge, so I just in my head thought, well, I'll try it out, you know, what's the harm? So then we matched or connected, I don't really know what the right word is. And then met in July of 2020, and it was legal. I can totally assure you it was legal. There were no restrictions that summer. So if you are maybe wondering whether dating apps are the right thing, I would just say try it out. You never know. Next question is, how did you choose your ring? I always knew I wanted a really simple but a big ring. I always knew I wanted it to be in the silver tone rather than gold, so that's exactly what I got. And then if you guys rewind to May of this year, I can make sure the video is linked down below if you want to see the journey of me actually picking out the ring. Or I didn't actually pick it out exactly, I just kind of gave Lewis, my partner, a little bit of direction of what I wanted, and I got exactly what I wanted, like precisely to a T. It is really just the ring of my dreams. So yeah, no, I do love it. And I always kind of envisioned that I wanted a square or a rectangle shape. At the time when we went to try potential options, I did actually try like a teardrop. Is it a teardrop or a pear shape? I don't know the professional term, because those are quite trendy at the moment, but it just wasn't me. I love the ring, I love the shape, but it just wasn't me. This is definitely me. It's very much just sophisticated, and I feel like it goes with anything I wear. It's incredibly beautiful, and I'm so glad. It's interesting actually, because when people comment on the ring, they say, oh, he knows you so well, he knows exactly what you like, and I'm just in my head thinking, I picked out the ring. But no, it's fine. He's done an incredible job. Next question is, how did the proposal happen? It was actually in, like I said, Portugal at the start of the video. We went to Sintra. It was my second time in Sintra, but the first time actually going and seeing all the castles, the palaces, because when we went 3 years ago, I think, we just kind of drove around. We didn't actually do any sightseeing as such. So in the morning, I knew it was probably going to happen on that trip. But I remember, so it happened on the Friday, and I think on the Wednesday, Lewis said to me, Friday night, we'll go out for dinner, just you and I. And I'm saying you and I because our friends or our family was there as well, with us on that trip. So I was thinking, okay, it's going to happen on the Friday when it's just him and I. But then at the time, he also said to me, be ready, just be ready. So I obviously had my nails ready. I always made sure that I've got a nice outfit on in case it happened anywhere. So anyway, on the Friday, we went to Sintra for like a day trip. We went with our entire family. So his mum and dad, my mum and dad, my brother as well went with us. We went to the most beautiful castle. I think it's Pena Castle. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and I'm sure I am pronouncing it incorrectly. But we went to the very top, beautiful view, lots of people around, lots of tourists. But Lewis found like this really beautiful corner in the castle, or overlooking, or was outside, but overlooking the scenery, the views. And then he obviously went on one knee and said, or asked if I would like to marry him. And of course I would love to, so I said yes. It was really special, and of course, like I said, there were so many people around, so everybody was cheering, clapping. It was really, really special. I don't have any pictures from the actual event or the moment. The pictures I have are just not the best, but I'll share them with you regardless. It's honestly such a special memory and something I will cherish forever. It was about 4 o'clock, so it wasn't late. It wasn't, sunset hour or anything like that. But it was really important for me to get some lovely pictures just for memories, and if I do want to print any pictures out as well for the house. So I think on the Sunday we did go to the beach, and we've just taken some beautiful shots. Lewis thinks, or at the time he did think it was a little bit cheesy, but I love the pictures that we got in the end, and like I said, they're so special, and I'm sure I'll keep them forever as well. So yeah, that's the story. Really kind of, warm, and I'm sure, because the family were there, it was really special for them as well. I always kind of envisioned that it was just going to be him and I didn't actually realise that Lewis wanted an audience, but I suppose part of the proposal was just the surprise. But yeah, it was really special. I cried actually when he asked me. It was just such a precious moment. One that I will always look back on and smile. So the next question is, how did you tell your friends and family? Of course, Lewis's mum and dad and my mum and dad and my brother were there with us, so they knew. And I think he actually asked my family for my hand in marriage, which is just so lovely. And I really love that he kept that tradition alive. That was really special and really sweet. And I think he told his mum about a month prior to actually proposing. So he did show her the actual ring as well. So they knew, they were prepared. And then on the Saturday morning, so the very next day, I rang my grandma. I told my friends and I told my extended family as well. So I kept it quiet for a little bit. And then, I told everybody the day after. And then I think I told, I didn't tell, I kind of put a post out on Instagram on Monday. So kept it to myself for 2 days, just over 2 days. But that worked out perfectly. I mean, I'm not like a celebrity and it wasn't really a secret, but it was just really special to keep it between ourselves for a little bit longer. And then the final question is, how is your wedding planning going? It's crazy. It is really crazy because we do want to get married fairly soon. Not this year, but mid next year. So we just have a little bit less than 12 months. So it's stressful. And of course, I didn't realise that in this day and age, you've got to book your venue 2-3 years in advance. But we don't really want to wait that long. And of course, I really have a vision for the wedding. I've got the theme ready. I've got my guest list ready. And I do have 2-3 potential venues. We are definitely going to get married in Portugal. It's such a special place. It's where Lewis is from. It's where all the family, or most of the family from his side, will be. So it just makes sense to get married there. The weather is always lovely. The food is amazing. So it's a no-brainer. We'll definitely get married in Portugal. And of course, as wedding planning takes the center stage in my life, because I'm sure it will for the next few months, I will be sharing updates with you guys, because I think like a wedding series would be super special just for myself as well, so I can always kind of have those memories captured. But yeah, that's it. It's obviously super exciting, a whole new chapter, lots to celebrate. I'm just really happy and really content, and I honestly wish for all of you guys to feel the way I'm feeling at the moment. At this point in my life, I'm 28. It's my birthday this month, but yeah, I honestly am just so content, so happy, and if somebody told me that this was going to be my life 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I probably wouldn't have believed them. So there's always hope. There's always hope. But this completes my little update, my huge life update actually. I hope you guys are really happy for me. I'm sure you will be. I would love to know what you think of the ring. I would love to know about your proposal story. I would love to know if you are maybe engaged at the moment, maybe anticipating, or maybe you are married already. I would love to know your story, your journey. It's always really inspiring and super interesting to me. So don't forget to share those happy memories with me in the comments below. I would love if you subscribed. I would love if you join me on this new journey in my life, this new chapter. I keep saying chapter, but it does really feel like a whole new era for me. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave me a comment, don't forget to thumbs up the video, and I really hope that you will join me again super soon. And like I said, the next video is going to be my usual beauty, fashion, lifestyle type of content. Thanks so much for watching.